warriors. Guaranteed we emerge victorious. Years, blood, sweat, tears.
Coach, the rain is falling, the fans are soaked, but here's the bottom line. We've got football at M&T Bank Stadium in Baltimore, Maryland. Here's a scene a short time ago. The Ravens introduced to this sellout crowd, and through a sea of pyrotechnics, out they came from the tunnel. We're set to go as the Ravens get ready to match up with the San Francisco 49ers. This will be fielded on the back line of the end zone. And no run back here. This will be a touchback, and it comes out to the 25-yard line.
Ready. 15 line it. Check. Block 54. I got wide.
Throwing on first down, it's Jackson. Steps away, and time finally runs out. He can't get rid of the football, and he's taken down. D. Ford in there to get him, and on the season now, that is 9 sacks for him. Don't need it all back at once, but you figure they're going to need something here. 17 yards to go on second down.
54, right there.
Jackson. He's got it to Ingram, complete. He knocks him back. And shedding the tackle, and now some room. The 40. Past the 20. 10. And all the way in for a Ravens touchdown. Mark Ingram. 82 yards. And they are able to strike first here on their opening drive. Well, if they didn't get the wake-up call before the game, they got it right now. 2 plays already in the end zone.
I think of it in boxing terms because whether it's a big shot with your first one or a probing one, a little bit of a jab, the second one was the payoff. That was the big one that landed. 1-2, end zone.
This is fielded at the goal line. And he's up past the 20 to the 22-yard line. Garoppolo going to bring the Niners up here 1st and 10 at their own 22. Working from the gun, Garoppolo. And his throw here's incomplete. George Kittle, the Pro Bowl tight end, the intended receiver. And it's second down.
And that's one he's got to be happy to have back. There wasn't a hole open in the zone.
You'd have to think on early downs like that first down there, need to be a little bit more careful.
Yeah, fortunately for him, got a couple more downs to play with.
A first carry for the former Falcon, Tevin Coleman. And once again, they stop him behind the line. Great job by this Ravens defense. It'll be a loss of 1, and that'll bring up a 3rd and 11 situation.
Here we go.
A shotgun snap for Garoppolo. Trying to lay one up deep. And unable to connect. Incomplete. Now give them credit. They took their shot, but it's going to bring up 4th down.
But that certainly looked like something that they discussed all week in practice getting ready for this one. Take the big shot right out of the gate. At worst, you'll open up the defense a little bit, loosen them up, have them back on their heels.
And now this is scooped up by the 49ers.
And that's what friends are for.
As the returner, you know who you're buying dinner for later.
Oh, without a doubt, because he just took care of you and your team in a big way. You know, you turned it over there. That's a big momentum changer and put your defense in a bad spot.
And now they're inside the 10 as he's brought down at the 9. Give him 3 on the play, and it'll make it second down. This is Jerick McKinnon, who missed the entire 2018 campaign. A gain of 3 last play. This time they double it and pick up 6.
All right, Brand, I know we're in the early going here, but those kind of runs, they're going to open up a world of opportunities for this offense going forward.
They'll try and run for it here. It's Coleman. And he's going to run into a brick wall right in the middle of the field, and I don't think he got there. Call it no gain that time, and they're going to be left looking up at a 4th and 1.
It's now 4th down.
They come out here in the I. So the snap will come from the 3, but remember, they don't need the touchdown. They can get the first down if they get a yard, and the ball gets to the 2. And across the goal line, into the end zone, touchdown 49ers. Matt Breida, his second touchdown on the season, as his guys can now take the lead with the extra point. Footing always a concern, but the extra point's up and good. And they take the lead here at 7-6. After the touchdown, it's Robbie Gould now to kick it away.
The Ravens take over. Here we go. Here we go. Here we go. 25-yard line.
The Raven offense set at the line for this next drive.
Let's go.
They go to the former Saint, Mark Ingram, and not much.
They tried a quick hitter inside, but that one was swallowed up because what they're hoping, those big defensive linemen will take the bait and move laterally and open up a crease that they can run through. Didn't happen on that play.
The last play got just a yard. Here's 2nd and 9 from the 26. From the gun, it's Jackson. Flushed out right. Space to maneuver at the 40. Big yardage there on the scramble. It gets him a first down.
On that play, as you saw the route start to develop downfield, I got the sense that maybe the run would set up for him, and he took full advantage of it and got a big gain on a busted play.
And this is caught. I think he got that with one hand. That'll be marked as a 27-yard pickup. Now Jackson on first down. To the end zone, but knocked away and incomplete.
All defenders get tired of hearing about their lack of hands and why they're playing defense instead of offense. But in this situation, it was the hands that made the play. Batting the ball away on an attempted touchdown pass, excellent job. Way to knock it down.
So after the incompletion on first, now 2nd and 10.
Double dog. That's the way. Cut up. 54.
Here's Jackson to throw again. And he'll take it into the end zone for a Ravens touchdown. Miles Boykin with his first career NFL touchdown. And the Ravens have retaken the lead. This time, the extra point up and good. And that'll make this a 6-point game. Tucker now to kick it away following the touchdown. This will be taken in at the 1.
The Niners take over 1st and 10 at their own 18-yard line.
The 49er offense set to get this drive underway. And for them, a touchdown their last go-around. Obviously, they'll be hoping to do that again.
And when you start plotting for this drive, when you start thinking to yourself, okay, what are we going to do? You don't go away from what you did before because that worked, but you have to be prepared for wrinkles and counters because you know they'll make some adjustments.
At their 18-yard line.
The run only got a yard. Here's 2nd and 9.
Come on, QB, come on. White.
From the gun, it's Garoppolo. This one complete to Coleman. Gets it up around the 22, but no further. Did flash the fancy footwork, but not much to show for it.
Everyone's got to be able to catch the football. Doesn't matter what position you play, but if you're on offense, be aware a ball may come your way.
The last catch did get 3, but they're still left needing 7 yards on 3rd down.
Let's get there. 65.
To throw is Garoppolo. And he fires one that's intercepted. Picked off at about the 31. And he will score. Touchdown, Baltimore. Now remember, this is the #1 defense in the National Football League. There's a good example of why.
Shows that they set an aggressive tone, not just stopping the run, not just getting after the quarterback, but the ball's in the air. They treated like they're the receivers, and they went after that one and took it all the way.
So they'll get another shot on offense following that pick six. And now the kick is away. This will be taken in at the 1. Then he'll take this across the 25. Couple extra yards up to the 27-yard line.
At their own 27-yard line.
The 49er offense set to get this drive underway. And fresh off the pick six, they've got to forget about that quickly.
In this case now, the guy throwing the ball, he's got to be like what we talk about with defensive backs who get beat for a long touchdown. Short-term memory, right back out there doing the things that he does best, and knowing that taking care of the ball is paramount. Here's his opportunity.
Comes back to those defensive backs for the former DB, right?
I don't know where that comes from. It just kind of emerges out of me for some reason.
It's deep in there, right? Yeah.
Check. Fresno. 2.
From the 31, Garoppolo. And he is going to go down. He will be sacked on the final play of this first quarter. An entertaining start to this one. More to come on EA Sports. That last sack, it puts Garoppolo and the 49ers in a tough spot. They face a 3rd and long. On 3rd and long, it's Garoppolo. And able to haul it in is Kittle. 23 yards, the final tally. Kittle last year, what a season. 1,377 receiving yards, an NFL record for tight ends en route to his first Pro Bowl. Not bad for the former 5th-round pick. I remember that game, December, against Denver. He had that monster first half, 210 yards. Did not have a single catch in the second half, but still those 210 yards were just 4 yards shy of Shannon Sharp's single-game record for a tight end. So 2nd down and 10. Once again, they'll go from the 40.
Watch the screen. 11. Check three.
Garoppolo looks to throw. And the Raven pressure too much. Down he goes. That last sack, it puts Garoppolo and the 49ers in a tough spot. They face a 3rd and long. Now Garoppolo. Oh, the pressure too great, and he goes down once more.
I'm starting to feel for that quarterback back there. I mean, you know me. Normally, don't have a lot of empathy for the QB, right? In this case, definitely. He's been on constant duress this entire game. I don't know how he's surviving back there.
And to think, there's still a long way to go in this football game. So possession goes over here on the punt. And the offense will take over with a new set of downs. The Baltimore offense at the line, set to get going. And thus far, the weather has not slowed this offense down one bit. They've looked good so far in the first half.
They certainly haven't.
Looking for Snead, and it's intercepted. It's the former Seahawk, Richard Sherman. And into the end zone, a pick six for the 49er D as they score the touchdown.
That was an interception, but on the field, the guys who are picking it off, they're not saying that. What word are they using? It's Oski. And that means catch the ball and go the other way.
That's your vernacular. I've never heard anybody say Oski.
Ask around. They'll tell you.
This will be taken in at the 1. And he'll take this across the 25. Couple extra yards up to the 27-yard line.
At their own 27-yard line.
The Raven offense set at the line for this next drive.
Hey, pick it up, defense. Let's go.
Back to the air, Jackson following the pick six. And seeing no options, he just tosses this one away, incomplete. Now that'll bring up 2nd down. An incomplete pass on 1st down. That leads to a 2nd and 10. Now Jackson going to throw again. He rifles one that's intercepted. Picked off at the 48. And he'll return this ball across midfield to the 47-yard line. That's sort of a second quarter to forget for him to have 2 picks in this frame.
Almost as if the first one that he threw, he couldn't shake, couldn't get it out of his head. He ends up throwing a second one as a result.
Compounds the mistake a little bit.
Yeah, you got to be able to forget, compartmentalize, whatever you want to call it, and move on. He hasn't been able to do so here in the second.
He'll get a nice chunk there on the first down run, and it's 2nd and 4.
Let's talk a little football 101 here, because one of the keys to advancing the ball downfield, success on first down. Huge difference, as we know, between 2nd and 4 and 2nd and 8 and 9.
From the 41, Garoppolo. That's complete to his receiver, Pettis. And this one goes nowhere. Losing yardage on the play back at the 46.
When you lose that kind of yardage on a pass play, you often expect it to be a sack. But that wasn't the case there. They completed the pass. Probably would have been better off just dropping the football and making an incompletion as opposed to catching it and losing that kind of yardage.
Goodwin able to haul it in. Coming into the week, he's the NFL's leader in receiving yards. There's his first catch, and it's good for a first down. He's such a good route runner. Shows it there on 3rd down. Very proficient and a good pass.
And you know what I've observed over the years in the NFL? The better a route runner you are, the more confidence your guy's going to have in you to go to you in important times, because he can trust you being in the right spot, and they connected there and picked up a first down.
65.
Throwing on 2nd and 8. Garoppolo going to throw deep for the ends. And it'll be intercepted. Picked off by Marlon Humphrey. And a big turnover there as his guys will get the football back.
And Brandon, the passing game for both of these teams is going to be affected as the game goes along. It's not looking like the rain's going to let up anytime soon. So that might mean a few more wobbly passes and wide receiver slips. And this one winds up getting intercepted.
Jackson and the Ravens come up now 1st and 10 at the 20. The drive starts here with a carry by Ingram. And they're able to get this one across the 35. A big one there for the Ravens. It goes for 18. 2 minutes remaining in this first half of football. So here's a 1st and 10 at the 38. And we'll remind you that coming up at halftime, we'll join Jonathan Coachman and the gang in Orlando. Coach will have stats and scores from the early games going on here around the NFL. And he will lose yardage back to the 34-yard line. A loss of a full 3 yards, and now it's 2nd down.
Back at the 34-yard line.
Ready. 15 on it. Wild Bill.
Looking to throw again on 2nd down. Jackson escaping the pressure right. And that is incomplete.
He's got to be kicking himself right there. His team's already picked off 2 passes. That would have been the 3rd in the game. And, boy, they've really played well attacking the football.
An incomplete pass on that last play, and that means they'll need to come up with something here on 3rd down. Jackson from the shotgun. They're going to have this across midfield and inside the 45. A nice pickup of 23 on the 3rd down conversion. Jackson now. And this will be incomplete. Physical play on the football there, and it's 2nd down.
That's very well timed there defensively, because it's not a bad throw, but the collision came at the exact time he was reaching to bring in the football. Really, really well done.
Decent offense, just better defense. I think you're right. That's pulled in by the rookie from Notre Dame, Miles Boykin. Now the Ravens going to use one of their timeouts as the clock shows 50 seconds to play here in half number 1. Throwing now, Jackson on 1st down, eluding the pressure right. And he's going to be taken down here with a penalty flag on the field. So apparently some grabbing of the jersey there on the O-line.
Yeah, just look in the interior, and that's where the penalty occurred.
They're backed up here with a 1st and 20 now after the holding penalty.
I got you, son. I got you, son.
And Jackson throwing once more. Jackson hit, and he lost the football. And now this is scooped up by the 49ers. And the return comes to a halt right at the 44-yard line. And maybe that one caused by the weather. Of course, the rain coming down. Charles, can you maybe, when you're carrying that football, grip it too tight in the rain?
I think that you can, and it's such a delicate balance, too, because when you grip it so tight, sometimes it'll slip out from your body. You squeeze it too hard, and it'll pop out on its own. I've actually had running backs talk to me about that when they've tried too hard, even in perfect conditions, the ball gets away from them. If you got to find that good balance, carrying it firmly, yet at the same time under control.
Now a throw to the end zone on 1st down, but it winds up incomplete. So it's 1st and goal and a great opportunity to get that lead back before the break. They'll try to run with Breida, and he'll take this into the end zone for a San Francisco touchdown. Matt Breida with his 2nd touchdown here in this 1st half. And now they can recapture the lead if they can make the PAT. Gold able to tack on the extra point. And that will give them the lead here as we get on towards halftime. After the touchdown, it's Robbie Gould now to kick it away. This is fielded at the goal line. And an alley to run. And he's got daylight. It's a foot race. And all the way in for a Ravens touchdown. Officially an even 100 yards coast to coast on the kick return. And the Ravens have once again taken the lead. It's been a back-and-forth game, a lot of points on the board, and that return right there kind of indicative of how this thing's gone.
Well, you've seen both teams go at it, and as you just pointed out, both of them have found the end zone. But just like in boxing, you know the blow that hurts the most? The one you didn't see coming, and that often is the case when it comes in special teams.
And he'll take it back to about the 19-yard line.
Let's go. Let's go. Let's go.
The 49er offense set to get this drive underway. Time here for likely a couple plays if they want it, but with the field position what it is, maybe better suited to just sit on this one?
I'm with you totally. I would sit on it and get into the locker room and start over. But if they do decide to try and make a play, we know what the basics are. You run draw, you run screen. I would maybe run a little swing pass and try and get my lineman out in space and see if they can chop a hole into the secondary and see if he can run a little bit.
Now a timeout taken. Perhaps a chance for one more quick play and then another timeout if they hurry. We'll see. After the incomplete pass, here now is 2nd and 10. To throw, it's Garoppolo. Nowhere to escape, and he goes down. And with just 1 second remaining in the 1st half, they'll call the timeout. And this should be the final play before the quarter ends. Garoppolo, a final shot here before half. Open man is Samuel, complete. And he's going to get this one across the 30-yard line. So we've reached halftime in a wild 1st half. We'll take a minute to catch our breath as we'll send you down to Orlando and we check in with Jonathan Coachman for our EA Sports Halftime Report. Coach, forecast calling for more of the same. The rain set to continue as we are underway in the 2nd half. This is taken about 7 yards deep. And he's able to get it across the 20, but not by much, as he's marked down at the 21-yard line. The 49er offense set to get this drive underway. They're close game, but they're going to need to do a little bit better probably here in half 2, no?
I would agree with that totally. I would guess it in the locker room. They talked about cleaning up some of the errors, but overall, I think they wanted to be positive with them. Guys, we're right there. Just not playing as well as we need to. Let's pick it up, and we still have a chance to win this game.
Yeah, they do. We'll see if they can pick it up. So the opening play of the drive goes backwards. Now they'll come up on 2nd and 12. Now, meanwhile, a pass that should have been intercepted, but it winds up falling incomplete. The intended receiver, Marquise Goodwin, 3rd down here.
Here we go. Black 80!
Garoppolo. And that will be incomplete. So it doesn't look like they're going to be able to build off the turnover.
Well, the defense certainly did its part. It got them the football. But you're exactly right. It looks like they're going to have to punt this one away. And it's not a turnover, but doesn't it feel like one after grabbing the momentum with the defensive play?
Yeah, and they had all that momentum after getting the football, and now zapped right back in the other direction. It's a net of 40 there, a punt of 48, and a return of 8. And that will come the offense as they take over. The Baltimore offense at the line, set to get going. They have the lead here. Well, we talk a lot about pregame speeches. What are halftime speeches like?
For the most part, not nearly as emotional. They're a lot more clinical. Every now and then, though, they'll get after you if they think they need to light a fire. But in this case, let's go into the virtual locker room, because here's what I think happened. They got in there and they said, listen, let's take control right away.
Yeah,
Defense, we got the lead. Defense, don't give up any points. Turn the ball back over to the offense and let them go down and score and give us more of a cushion in the game. Check so far. Defense shut them down. Let's see if the offense gets done.
And that false start penalty certainly not helping their cause here. 2nd down and long.
Get ready.
From the gun, Jackson. Flush to his right. And he's just going to get rid of this thing. To no one here. He throws it away. And now it's 3rd.
Brings up 3rd down and 13.
An incomplete pass on that last play, and that means they'll need to come up with something here on 3rd down.
Let's go, deep, tighten up.
Operating from the gun, Jackson. Dancing to his left. Now he'll let this one go. Deep left sideline.
Partner, the way this offense has marched up and down the field during this game, it's almost a surprise to see an incomplete pass on 3rd down, isn't it?
Now, they have had their foot on the gas all game long, but here finally stalling out. And this is a beauty as that ball's going to angle out at the 6-yard line. So they'll play the field position game here as a very nice punt is going to pin them back.
Yeah, it's almost like watching a game of tennis, or do you prefer ping pong? You know, back and forth like that? That definitely was excellent, wasn't it?
One, Omaha.
They begin the drive with Coleman. And they're going to get him behind the line yet again as his nightmare afternoon continues. Give him 5 on the carry there, and it'll be 2nd down.
Check,
2nd and 5 now. Garoppolo looking to complete it to Pettis, and he's got him. And brought down, but not before they're able to get it up to the 25. 15 yards on the play, 1st down. Well, Pettis is quickly becoming the #1 receiving option for Jimmy Garoppolo. Into last year, John Lynch said that they loved the way he closed the season, really came on late. Remember, this is a guy that they traded up to get at number 44 back in 2018 out of the University of Washington.
Here we go.
Ball on the 30. They'll come up with a 2nd and 5. Throwing now is Garoppolo. Man open, it's Goodwin. And he slips up past the 45 before being tackled. 16 yards, a 1st down.
I know we just saw a nice throwing catch, but how about the big guys up front buying that time? Yeah, that's exactly what they did. They created time and allowed the space to happen, and it turned into a really nice play.
Garoppolo on the draw to Coleman. And he'll lose yardage on the play back at the 45-yard line. That's going to go as a loss of 1 on 1st down.
Sometimes with the running game, you've just got to stick with it. Look, this is the third quarter, no time to panic. But that also doesn't mean you just do it the same way you've been doing it the entire ball game. Maybe change up some blocking assignments or run a few different plays, but stay with the overall essence of the running game.
Now a deep ball there on second down, but it'll wind up incomplete. He was looking for Trent Taylor there, and it's third down.
But it's not been the best game for him, but he definitely tried to get by with a little help from his friend there, trying to create a big play.
Couldn't do it, fell incomplete, but you're right, hasn't been a banner game here in the second half, just trying to get going.
Big thing is trying to keep confidence up and continue to fire.
An incomplete pass on that last play, and that means they'll need to come up with something here on third down. This one into the hands of Kittle, the tight end. And he's going to be taken down with the first down at the Ravens' 43.
One of the advantages of zone defense, as I remember it, is being able to see the play develop in front of you. One of the disadvantages, when they find those levels where they can hit you with it. Sometimes behind the corner and in front of the safety, it makes it tough to defend.
Now a toss left side into the hands of his tight end. And he works it past the 30, almost to the 25. It'll go as a first down for San Francisco on a pickup of 16. Garoppolo, perfect since the second half started. 7 of 7. It's first and 10. Again, they'll throw with Garoppolo. Going for it all. And nearly picked off there. Almost intercepted. Instead, second down.
Not only did they drop what looked like an interception in the end zone, they blew a golden opportunity to shift the momentum.
On second down, it's Coleman. And down inside the 15 he goes. Give him 14 on that one and a first down. Now, they struggled to get him rolling on the ground in the first half, and that's sort of continuing here in the third quarter.
Yeah, but I don't think it's time to abandon the running game. I would say keep feeding the horse, and I believe he'll eventually reward them, especially as we get deeper in the game.
Flushed out right. And this is Selleck here with the grab. And he's able to work it here to the 8-yard line. 5 yards on the catch there, brings up second down.
Here we go, here we go, here we go. 180!
Kill. He's crossing. He's checking.
Go ahead.
Second down, McKinnon. And he's going to take it in. Touchdown, San Francisco. Jerick McKinnon. His first touchdown on the year. As his guys can now take the lead with the extra point. Gold with the extra point, and that will put them on top here in the third. After the touchdown, it's Robbie Gould now to kick it away. This is fielded at the goal line. They'll bring it back to just about the 25, call it the 24-yard line. Now it appears we've got an injured Raven down there on the field. We'll check on his status when we get back. Now, this will probably be the last play of the quarter. They'll run with Ingram here to begin the drive. And he'll be brought down on what's going to turn out to be the final play of this third quarter. Back now in Baltimore. And we've got a dandy here. A one-point game as we begin the fourth. Yards on that last carry. Here's second and 7. Now it's Jackson. Now the Niners get there and bring him down. Dee Ford has now recorded 10 sacks on the season.
The amount of sacks that they've absorbed in this game is absolutely extraordinary. Let's just face it. This offensive line, flat out, cannot handle this pass rush. It's been demonstrated time and time again.
Now after that sack, it's third and long for Jackson and the Ravens.
Hey, watch that. Check Mike 54.
There's Jackson on third and long. He's got his man. It's Andrews. And they work this well upfield across the 45. They give them 27 yards on the third down conversion. Some good games going on in the early window. This might be the best of the bunch. Throwing on first down, it's Jackson. Forced out to his left. Nice work to get 7 out of that, and it's second down.
Now, that was not a bad scramble there on first down. He didn't force it, nor did he throw it away. He was able to take off, and now he made it a very manageable second and short.
They'll fake the give to Ingram. Now Jackson. Snead's got it. And he'll get it down on the play to the 37. 9 yards to pick up there, and it's a first down. Tell you what, he's been able to put the ball in some tight spots all game long. That throw, no different.
Yeah, a lot of people would call it a gutsy type of a throw. I think he looks at it as, I can do it, so it's not that big of a deal to me, and I'm going to keep firing.
On the draw, this is Ingram. And an alley to run. And brought down, but not before they're inside the 25. They get 14 on that one. That's good for a Baltimore first down. Baltimore was the most run-heavy team in the league last year after Lamar Jackson took over as a starter. And you think about Mark Ingram. He goes from a situation where he was sharing time with Kamara in New Orleans. Now he figures to be the top guy in the Baltimore backfield. Although I guess you could say he's kind of splitting time with his quarterback, Lamar Jackson. But a great veteran presence Mark Ingram is behind Jackson. Ingram now in his 9th NFL season. And he takes it down to the 10-yard line. Another nice gain, 13 yards that time, and another first down. Jackson now, 5 straight completions here in this second half, 1st and 10. From the gun, it's a run for Ingram. And he'll fight his way down inside the 10 to the 9-yard line. 2 yards on the carry there, and it'll be second down. Defensively, pretty good start there with their backs against the wall.
That's a win for the stop troops right there. And if I'm them, I get a little bolder now. They won the first battle. Keep coming after them. Put the pressure on them.
Throwing on 2nd and 8. Jackson. This will be caught at about the 6. And from the 9, they get this to the 5-yard line. 4 yards on the completion, and it sets up a third down. Brown, the lone receiver, left. One of the bigger plays in the game thus far, and the crowd getting into it as we come up on a big third down. From the gun, it's Jackson. Got a man, it's caught for a Ravens touchdown. Hollywood, Marquise Brown. Touchdown number 15 of the year as his guys are able to regain the lead. Here we go now as we get set for a big 2-point conversion. And now defensively they're going to burn their first time out. Remember, they get an extra time built in coming up here shortly at the 2-minute warning. Now a big play here as the Ravens are going to go for the 2-point conversion.
Let's go, team. It's going to be a long day, offense. It's going to be a long day.
They'll try and run with Ingram. And he will get into the end zone for the 2 points. And that helps. That gives them a 7-point lead. Tucker now to kick it away following the touchdown. This is taken at his 4. And not a bad return. Here he gets it out to the 25-yard line. The 49er offense set to get this drive underway. And they had to wait a long time to get the football back. Probably not what you were hoping for when you got an offense that's humming.
Agreed. What you were looking for is the defense get the ball back pretty quickly, right? Hoping for a 3-and-out. So that didn't happen. You can't yell at your D for that. They've got to take care of their own business and reestablish themselves now that they're back on the field.
An incomplete pass leads to 2nd and 10 from the 25. Looking to throw, Garoppolo. And he finds his tight end, Saleh. And they get him down, but not before he takes it across the 40-yard line. So it's 49er football here as we get you reset. And let's see what they've come up with offensively after having time to talk it over. Back to throw. That's complete to his receiver, Pettis. 7 yards, the pickup on the pitch and catch.
Partner, they're clearly saving those timeouts, but they still have to work with some urgency to put themselves in the right position.
He's back to throw. That's complete to a speedy wideout Goodwin. And he's going to be taken down with the first down at the Ravens' 40.
Now you're right on the edge of field goal range. You've still got time, but get up to the line of scrimmage and get set.
The drive continues as they search for a tying touchdown. Here's 1st and 10. And that'll wind up incomplete. Trying to give his man room to run under it, but it's 2nd down.
This defense was definitely alert to the possibility of the deep ball, and they were more than ready for it.
They've got the lead, 4th quarter. Maybe can expect more passes like that downfield. So 2nd down and 10. Once again, they'll go from the 40. Now Garoppolo. And he can't corral it. That would have wrapped it up if he'd been able to hold on. Instead, it brings up 3rd down. So he's unable to complete it there, and just not the game that you would expect from him. He's been off the mark, really, start to finish.
Yeah, it makes you wonder what exactly is going on. Is he a little bit dinged up here, or is he just off just by a bit? Maybe he can get it back in this situation. He'll need to.
And now the 3rd down throw incomplete as well. Nearly an interception. If that one's picked off, it's over. So a new lease on life, so to speak.
A lot of times when you're in coverage, you're so focused on the man and the coverage that sometimes the ball, if it arrives, it surprises you. That may have happened to him in that situation.
Garoppolo to throw for it on 4th. And able to haul it in is Kittle. And all the way inside the 15 before they drop him. Now San Francisco going to call their 2nd timeout as they'll stop it with just over 40 seconds to go in the game. Inside the red zone, it's Garoppolo. His throw caught at about the 5. And the result here, a pickup of 8. Leaves him with 2 to go on 2nd down.
It's a gain of 8. Brings up 2nd and 2 at the 5-yard line.
Facing a 2nd and 2 after that last catch, good for 8 yards.
Watch the screen.
They'll look to throw. Looking end zone, but it's incomplete.
Now we're in the situation where the quarterback's got to take full charge of his huddle. Got to totally command it, make sure all eyes are on him. All focus is locked in. Going to call multiple plays and go over different situations and scenarios to make sure everyone is on the same page.
To throw is Garoppolo. Toward the end zone, but that's going to wind up incomplete. What a great sequence by this defense so far. They've given him nowhere to go with the football.
And they just have to make it stand up one more time because it appears that they've got their number. Can they not have a slip up here and allow the touchdown?
Down 7, and they've got to go for it here on 4th down.
Switch. Watch, twitch.
21.
They'll run it with Coleman. And yes, he's into the end zone. So they get the late score they needed. And now the extra point can tie this thing up in the final minute.
And while it appears the heavy lifting was accomplished by scoring the touchdown, they're still down 1. That extra point is not a gimme.
Don't forget the extra point. It's up and good. And, partner, we've got a tie game here in the 4th. So here comes the kickoff now, all even here in this fourth quarter.
The Ravens take over first and 10 at their own 25-yard line.
The Raven offense set at the line for this next drive. They have a little bit of time here to get into field goal range. Not much. A tie game, you don't want to do anything crazy, right?
I agree with you on that one. Risk-reward, okay? If you go for it, what is the absolute reward on this? But the risk is probably greater. Run the clock out, get to overtime, and try and win it there.
All right, we'll see if they do just that. An incomplete pass leads to 2nd and 10 from the 25. Jackson to throw. And that's incomplete. Clock stops with 10 seconds left. Marquise Brown, the rookie, his intended target. And now it's 3rd down. Big play coming up. Here's 3rd and 10.
I would expect to see some pressure here.
And the blitz does come. Jackson hit, and he lost the football. And now this is scooped up by the 49ers. And in for the score. Are you kidding me? They return it, and they take the lead. Gold to add the extra point. And it would appear they're going to get out of here with a come-from-behind victory. And you can bet they're preaching 2 hands on the ball here as the kick's away following that fumble return. An incredibly short kick fielded way up there. Well, going into the final.